Well, you got guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, around that area. So, I mean, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody. Like, I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like, if I'm on my game, skill wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.
Stevenson has also expressed complete self-belief as he looks toward a possible showdown with Gervonta Davis, even going as far as to say he has the ability to take full control of the fight.
What is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking...
Floyd Mayweather recently explained why he believed Gervonta Davis would struggle to defeat Shakur Stevenson. He pointed out that Stevenson stands out as the top fighter in his division, highlighting his exceptional defense and precise timing. According to Mayweather, those strengths give Stevenson a clear edge and the ability to outperform Davis inside the ring. Interview 2.
It's a fight that should happen. It absolutely should happen. And I believe it will. I mean, you guys are both in charge of your career. I think it's a good style matchup. Like you said, the networks are out of the way. The promoters are out of the way. He's flexible, you're flexible. I don't see why it wouldn't happen.
It's the best versus the best.
Absolutely right.
Let's make the best fight in boxing happen.
And when you guys meet, how does that fight play out?
Man, I ain't gonna give you no game plan.
You think I'm gonna jump on the phone with Tank right after?
No, I would tell you this. I'm gonna come out victorious.
Okay. Yeah.
A growing number of experts believe the long-anticipated showdown between Tank Davis and Stevenson is edging closer to happening, as discussions are reportedly picking up pace. There's also speculation that the high-profile bout could take place in September, provided the remaining details around negotiations and timing are finalized.
Reports are coming out and debates are taking place about Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fighting.
Shakur described the matchup as the sport's premier event, saying it has the potential to shape boxing's landscape and attract massive global interest from fans. During an earlier conversation with TMZ, Stevenson emphasized that a bout with Tank Davis outweighs a potential meeting with Devin Haney, pointing to its greater buzz and importance within the sport. In his view, facing Tank is the kind of contest that determines true greatness, calling it the key fight in the lightweight division.
Confident. I know that Tank tired of me talking, so if he tired of me talking, shut me up. So
he won't even say your name. I hear he won't even say your name.
Yeah, he won't even say my name right now. So I mean, let him come shut me up. Let's see what he really want to do. I mean, I think he's confident in his abilities. I'm very confident in my abilities. So it gotta happen. It's the biggest fight in all the sports. I think that's the Super Bowl right there.
I could not agree more with you. How do you think it would go? Do you put him down? Do you beat him on the cards? How do you think it would wind up?
I ain't gonna say my game plan. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I know he's strategizing already. I'm strategizing, and I'm very focused. Like, I'm so focused right now. People don't understand how I feel. So all I'm thinking about is boxing. All that's on my mind is boxing.
Stevenson has expressed gratitude for Floyd Mayweather's support, noting that their connection extends well beyond the sport itself. He views Mayweather not only as an icon, but also as a trusted mentor and close friend. Stevenson has repeatedly shared how much he respects Mayweather and values the lessons gained from his experience, crediting that guidance for his development both in and out of the ring.
People want to see you and Devin fight, and do that soon.
I think both fights is the fights. I think both fights is great fights. Honestly, I think me and Tank is like a bigger fight, but I think me and Dev is like the fight where I could establish who I am.
WBC super featherweight champion Oscar Valdez has weighed in on possible matchups in the division. Although he acknowledges that Shakur Stevenson has the ability to defeat Gervonta Davis, he still regards Davis as the more dangerous fighter overall.
I appreciate them guys. I appreciate them. I really don't even look at them like how everybody else look at them. I look at them
friends.
Yeah, like it's like cool people.
What's the sort of last couple from me? What's the sort of best bit of advice he's given? You've obviously got so many people you can call on. You're in a very fortunate position like that. You've got a strong team. What's the sort of best bit of advice he's given you in this game?
A lot of advice he would give me, like boxing related, and he always want to show me like little tricks and little things that I could take with me. And that's why I Floyd heavy, because a lot of people be hating on him, but they don't understand he really like a real dude. And you know what's even crazier? A lot of people be seeing him like when he around, he come with like 15, 16 people. I swear he had to be at the gym with like 2 or 3 people. 2 or 3 people chilling. It was a normal vibe for him. It was regular. It was comfortable, and I think that side of Floyd, I think that's the side that I like.
We've caught up in London, so we don't need to go into the fight too much. We'll be out there in Saudi Arabia, and we'll catch up further then.
A showdown between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson has the potential to skyrocket Stevenson's career, rapidly boosting his worldwide visibility and following. Defeating Tank would firmly place him among boxing's top names, drawing huge attention, strong pay-per-view numbers, and widespread mainstream recognition.
That beats Gervonta, in your opinion?
No, it's a tough one because Tank carries a punch, but if you're gonna knock somebody out, you gotta first hit him. And Shakur is very difficult to hit. He's always a step away. You know, Shakur. What can I say? People saw the fight. You know, I gave my best, and try to land those shots. It's not easy. And even if you land those shots, it's in a defensive way where he's kind of backing up and you can't get with a...
Many observers think the bout is edging closer to happening because the promotional hurdles and industry politics that once stalled major fights appear to have weakened, making negotiations less restrictive than before.
Shakur Stevenson he's just not a big star. But he can be a big star if he fights somebody like Gervonta Davis. That's the ticket for him right there. Is the fight between him and the guy that's the most popular guy in that weight class, or anybody below Canelo Alvarez.
Terrence Crawford has spoken highly of Shakur Stevenson, praising his sharp skill set, unusual fighting approach, defensive mastery, and strong boxing intelligence. He suggested that Stevenson is so polished technically that many opponents are reluctant to face him in the ring. Crawford has described Shakur's style as one-of-a-kind and difficult to decode, stressing how hard it is for fighters to adjust to him. He also noted that Stevenson's defense, footwork, and accuracy make him a risky challenge with limited upside for many contenders. Because of his ability to manage distance and shut down opponents' offense, aggressive matchups often lose appeal against him. This has led to the belief that some fighters avoid him not simply out of fear, but because his style is among the most complicated puzzles in boxing today.
Let me bridge into this conversation why I think this fight can happen. Because these guys' backing is gone. I mean, like, look at the people that have been really supporting and truly supporting behind the media push in boxing, behind a lot of the fights and a lot of the stuff over the last 10 years. It's Daniel Kinahan, the international crime boss, and his front man, my personal opinion, his front man, Turki Al-Sheikh, who put an aura of legitimacy around the actions of Daniel Kinahan, right? So now you see, but what happened to these guys? They're gone. They're gone. Daniel Kinahan got arrested after Mohammed bin Salman now says that he's going to be pulling his money from sports, like coincidentally, right? Coincidentally, the big money launderer, the big arms dealer, the big, DRUG dealer gets arrested right around the same time that these guys say, "No, I don't think we can put this money through."
Greg Hackett has added to the discussion around why Gervonta Davis has not yet shared the ring with Shakur Stevenson, challenging the straightforward idea that one fighter is simply avoiding the other. He argued that the reality is more layered, pointing to boxing politics, scheduling, and financial strategy as key factors behind the delay. Hackett noted that Davis has also been prioritizing major money-making opportunities, including crossover-style events, such as the proposed fight involving Jake Paul, which many see more as a commercial attraction than a sporting necessity. He further explained that promotional disputes, broadcasting deals, and long-term career planning often slow down elite-level matchups, even when public demand is high. In his view, both fighters are currently moving along different financial and career tracks, which has made negotiations more complicated. While some critics continue to interpret the situation as avoidance by Tank Davis, Hackett's perspective suggests that modern boxing decisions are heavily influenced by business interests as much as competition itself.
The reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter, he's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that, just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff. But they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him, sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say an ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Bud Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era coming.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, the punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on.
For years, boxing fans have been demanding a showdown between Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, viewing it as one of the most exciting and highly anticipated fights the sport could offer. The matchup is often framed as a classic contrast between a devastating puncher with knockout power and a highly skilled boxer known for elite defense and ring intelligence. Stevenson has repeatedly expressed his desire for the fight, openly calling for it in multiple interviews. He has even said he would be willing to delay other potential opponents if Davis agreed to face him next, making it clear how strongly he wants the bout to happen.
Did you say number 2, not fight Shakur?
Yeah, he's saying he'll never fight Shakur, that he ain't gonna do him no favors, that he ain't gonna help him make no money because Shakur broke or something like that. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't get all that. That's, you know what I mean? That's against the game. Like, you know what I mean? You at least owe that fight for the game. You know what I mean? You owe the rematch to Lamont for the game. But you owe Shakur for the game just because of the 2 style matchups. You know what I mean? But if he feel like he don't gotta fight him, guess what? We can't sit here and just go crazy about it. But it is kind of crazy. It is kind of corny. You know what I'm saying? If he not gonna fight Shakur, and if he's standing on it like, I'm not ever gonna fight you, I'm not doing you no favors, and all right. But then again, you know what? I don't know what them guys got going on. I don't know what they've been through personally. You know what I'm saying? But would I love to see that fight? Hell yeah, I would love to see.
When Gervonta Davis revealed plans for a fight with Jake Paul, which was eventually called off, it sparked frustration among many boxing fans. A large portion of the audience criticized the move, arguing that he was leaning toward a safer, more entertainment-focused event instead of taking on top-tier opposition like Shakur Stevenson did on social media. Supporters of the Stevenson matchup suggested the decision reflected a preference for a high-paying spectacle with limited competitive risk. The Paul fight, often viewed as a crossover-style attraction rather than a fully competitive bout at that stage, was seen as offering major financial rewards without the same level of danger found in elite boxing clashes. This led to ongoing claims that Davis was choosing financial gain over legacy-defining fights. Some also pointed to his lack of direct pursuit of Stevenson in public callouts or negotiations, interpreting it as part of a broader reluctance to engage in that particular matchup.
The rumors of Tank and Jake fight.
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if you won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his.
At the time, Gervonta Davis made it clear that he was not concerned about the backlash tied to his planned fight with Jake Paul. During a press event for the matchup, he downplayed the criticism, stating that he ignores the constant shifts in opinion coming from fans and social media. Davis pointed out that public sentiment in boxing often changes depending on results, and he refuses to let external pressure shape his career decisions. He also advised critics to step back, enjoy the sport, and stop focusing so heavily on his choices. Even after the fight was ultimately canceled, his remarks continued to divide opinion. Some praised his confidence and mindset, while others saw it as further evidence of him steering away from tougher challenges. Despite the debate, Davis maintained his approach, prioritizing business opportunities and major paydays over public approval or traditional boxing expectations.
Obviously, you are a student of boxing. You love this sport. I mean, when you hear this today on social media or wherever you happen to get the news, were you like, what? Like, can that actually be, man?
Nah, I'm not shocked. I mean, his last fight when he fought Lamar, Jake Paul was at the fight. He told y'all he was going to fight somebody like Jake Paul. So I'm not shocked. It don't surprise me. So,
you know, Shakur, Jake, when he fought Mike Tyson, he was 227 pounds. He was 199 and like 199 point something his last fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He hasn't been only boxing for a couple of years. He's 12-1. Tank Davis obviously been boxing his whole life. He's 30-0-1. He's knocked everybody out except for 3 opponents in his life. But at what point does size matter so much, though, where it can't be overcome, Shakur? And is it in this case here when you've got what is like a 70-pound difference between these two guys?
I mean, size will play some part of the fight, but if I'm thinking like I'm Tank, I'm probably just gonna go out there and try to outbox him and use my knowledge and IQ against him. So I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
Is there any way you could, any realistic or legitimate way in your mind, you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
No.
No way.
As discussions carry on and fans remain divided, a potential clash between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis continues to stand out as one of boxing's most anticipated yet unresolved matchups. Stevenson has consistently argued that his defensive skills, fight IQ, and precision would give him an advantage in a high-level technical contest. He has also gone as far as labeling it the biggest fight in the sport, one he believes could generate record-breaking pay-per-view numbers and attract worldwide attention. Even with the ongoing public demand and frequent call-outs, both fighters appear to be focused on different trajectories. Stevenson is steadily building his resume across multiple divisions, while Davis remains committed to his own schedule and business-driven choices. Because of that, the excitement around the fight continues to grow, but the matchup itself still feels uncertain and not immediately close to happening.
A lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? Can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like it turned from
whether it happens next or not. This is one of those matchups that boxing fans will keep circling back to. Tank Davis has a packed schedule and big money opportunities, while Shakur Stevenson is pushing for legacy-defining fights and wants that elite test. From a pure sport perspective, it's the kind of clash that would answer a lot of questions. Power versus precision, aggression versus control. At the end of the day, fans just want clarity at the top level. If it gets made, it's a true measuring stick fight. If it doesn't, the debate will probably keep going for years. And